Here we have for sale a 2016 on a 16 plate Ford Transit Custom 290. That means it's got the 2.9 ton gross vehicle weight. This is the 2.2 TDCi 155 brake horsepower L2H1, which means it's the long wheelbase limited double cab 6-speed manual van. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a limited. This is not standard. There are a few optional extras on this which we'll talk you through. And we'll also talk you through a little bit about the condition and the history and ownership of this vehicle as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording this video. So starting at the rear of the vehicle, we can see this particular one is spec'd with rear barn doors. What I mean by that are two doors which open in that sort of direction. On a limited you get a number of elements which are color coded, such as door handles, this trim here above the number plate. If you look down the side of the van, those trims there on the doors, and the bumpers and mirrors, and it all adds to a very premium look to the vehicle. Integrated into the rear bumper as standard, you get rear parking sensors. Sorry if I just knocked the camera there slightly. This particular one has got a rear camera. Now that doesn't come as standard, so that would have been an optional extra. Very nice optional extra to have indeed. And the other thing here which isn't standard is the slam lock on the rear door. Very good for security. As soon as you shut the door is then locked. So if I try to open the door now, it will be locked. Even though the van is unlocked, because you've got that slam lock on there, as soon as you shut it, it is locked. Great for security. If you're holding any tools in the back of there or anything, you can walk away from the van with the knowledge that as soon as that door is shut, no one's getting in there, even if the van is technically unlocked. You can disable those if you so want to, and they can act then as a deterrent. In terms of condition here at the back, it does seem to be in very good order. Of course, with a vehicle of this sort of age and mileage, you are going to get a couple of little chips here or there. Of course, that is to be expected. There's a couple here on the rear doors, but nothing of any great severity. Looking at the rear bumper, all in pretty good order. Again, a tiny little chip just there, but nothing of any great concern. I'll show you in the back where the vehicle is running at the moment, so we'll come round and look in the back nearer the end of the video. If we start going then down the driver's side, also on a limited you get these 16-inch alloy wheels as standard. Another thing to note as well, we've got these roof racks. Now these are the special Ford roof racks. They call these roof racks in stow. Reason for that is these roof racks actually fold down. So when you pull on these handles just here, I'm going to do it from the other side, but when you pull it on that handle, you can then actually fold the roof rack down almost completely flat with the roof. Fantastic feature in my opinion, because then you've got the best of both worlds. You've got a roof rack there if you need it, but at the same time you can fold them down so you're not having to deal with the wind noise that a roof rack creates, or it obviously doesn't improve your fuel economy having those things up as well. So yeah, it's a great system. They're quite expensive to buy. I say this one comes with them, again, an optional extra. Looking down the side as well, this particular one has got the twin side loading doors. So again, nice to have on a double cab. You've got the glass in the sides there with the opening window on both sides. As I mentioned, you get color-coded door handles. If we open up this driver's side loading door, we can have a look then in the back. And this is where you'll see another optional extra here, and that is the leatherette trim here. So it's a two-tone, you get grey on the sides, cream on the top, ISOFIX compatibility in the rear as well, and you've also got the nice factory-fitted bulkhead there as well to separate the front cab area from the load area in the back. In terms of condition here, all in very, very good order. Nothing to fault it on as far as I can see. Seats all seem to be very good. Carpet on the floor. The step is all very nice. This one has actually got these extra side steps here. They don't come as standard, so very nice to have those extra side steps. Perfect for, let's say, when you're getting into the back. Another thing which has been added to this particular vehicle is the uprated driver's door lock. Unfortunately, Customs did have a bit of bad press where people were able to access the van by breaking into the standard door lock, but that has been solved on this particular one by that uprated system just there. If we open up the driver's door, we can have a look. Let me just turn the radio down here. We can have a look at the spec here in the cab. So, starting off, as I say, you've got this continuation of the leatherette trim here. in the front, which is very, very nice indeed. And this particular one has got electric seats, which is very, very plush for a van indeed. On top of the driver's door, you have electric windows, electric folding mirrors, and that's how you operate those, is just by pushing that dial there down towards you. You've got auto-activated lights and wipers. You can see we've got 2 full remote keys for the vehicle, and as I say, that is for the slam lock. We do have a spare for the slam lock as well. This one has got a rubber overmat here inside, but underneath there it is carpeted underneath there as well. But great to have a rubber overmat in a van, I think, because you can just pull it out, give it a hose off, and it's back to fantastic condition. If we look up here on top of the dashboard, pull on that little handle there, it gives you some extra storage in there, and you've got a USB, AUX and 12 volt socket. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel comes as standard on a Limited. So on the top here, these are to control the onboard computers. This one controls where the mileage is, and that one then controls the screen up there in the middle of the dashboard. Down here, as you just saw me do a minute or so ago, you can adjust the volume here of the radio. You can also answer and hang up the phone. And then on the other side, you've got your cruise control there as well. You've also got on a Limited heated seats. So that button just there, that is for a heated seat. You've actually got the same on the far side passenger seat as well. So you've got heated front seats, very, very nice indeed. As I mentioned, auto-activated lights and wipers. If we jump in here to go along with a 155 brake horsepower engine in this one, which is on this year the highest brake horsepower that they did from factory, 155. You also get a 6-speed manual gearbox as well. And you get air conditioning on a Limited, another 12 volt socket just there. And then this is where we have a look at the radio. Now, any custom buffs will know this is not standard as well. This is another optional extra. You can, of course, connect your phone to this via Bluetooth. On your radio here, you can see that we've got DAB radio, but you'll see that we've got a nav and map button here at the top, and that means you've got satellite navigation. If you put the van into reverse, you can see there, that's where you've got your reversing camera. So as I say, very, very nice spec to have indeed. Heated windscreen, that's the actual elements in the screen, not just the blowers. And as I say, it all continues. Very, very nice spec. Driver's armrest, which is height adjustable via a ratchet, and you've got a fold down work tray there as well, with some cup holders and somewhere to store your paperwork. You've got storage underneath the front seats as well. Pull up the front of the seat, you can flip those forward, and you've got storage under there as well. You can do exactly the same with the other seat just there. If I turn the van off now, as you could see that it was running there. If I showed you the mileage is 95,372 miles. It was all running correctly there, no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. We'll have one last look around the van here. Coming around to the front, as I mentioned, you get the colour-coded front bumper, front parking sensors as well, and front fog lights, uprated headlights on a Limited. So I think that does look a very, very smart van indeed, as I say, with all the colour coding, the alloy wheels, the nice privacy glass here in the rear. I'll open up this side loading door, so you can see the condition there, all in very nice order. The step is all good. There is a mark actually on this extra step just down there that has been caught slightly, if I can fault it on anything there on the exterior. But otherwise, looking down the passenger side here, I can't see any dents or anything like that. It's all looking very, very smart. If you have a good look there in the reflections, slight touch up just up here, I can just see. I say this has been probably quite critical considering it has done 95,000 miles. Now, if I open up the slam lock, so as I say, how it works on these is you need to actually put the key into the lock, turn the key, and then you can open the door like so. When you open the door, you have these yellow arms. If you pull on the yellow arm, it clips into place there against the door, and then you can open the door up to its 180-degree position like so. You can alternatively just open them up and they will lock into place there at 90 degrees. You can see here that the back of the van is fully ply lined, so the full rear of the door has been ply lined. I always like to see that on customs because it gives it maximum protection. Also the same then inside, you've got the wheel arch protectors, plenty of tie down points here in the back that you can see there at the bottom of the bulkhead, and then also down here at the back as well. This very nice hard wearing plastic floor, all that is totally factory. As I mentioned, you can see there that you've got the factory fitted bulkhead, and you've also got LED load lights as well. LED load lights are not standard on these, so that's another optional extra as well. So all in good order here in the back. Of course, again, it is used, but I hope you agree that is looking very, very good for a vehicle, again, of this age and mileage. We do have service history with this vehicle, and of course it is going to be going through our workshop as well before it leaves us. One thing to note with SWAM locks, you want to make sure you've got the keys in your pocket before you shut the door, because as soon as you do, as I say, that door is locked. If you'd like to inquire on this particular vehicle, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can spread that balance then over as much as 5 years. We can take cars or vans in part exchange as well, which all counts towards your deposit. Of course, we'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions, get in touch. Thank you very much for watching.